This is a story about family and love. A story that makes you think about life. The father said to his son, "Do you know what you are doing? Your body is not only yours. It also belongs to us." The boy looked at his father. He said with anger, "If I can't breathe in this house, I might as well be dead." For this family, the word death was a curse. But sometimes, love hurts without meaning to. And understanding each other is harder than anyone thinks. Wei Yiheng was just an ordinary boy. Until one day, he was told he had brain cancer. His father started driving for a rideshare job after work. His mother argued over a 5 on parking fee. Every book and movie she read was about fighting cancer. She even carved vegetables into cute shapes, just to make her son smile. But Yiheng didn't want to fight anymore. His parents wanted him to meet friends, but he always refused. "I'm Wei Yiheng," he said. "Want to see my brain tumor photo?" His only friend was Wu Xiaomei. She was the leader of an online cancer group. But secretly she worked with his parents. She told them everything Yiheng did. One day his mom made him join a memorial event. Everyone there loved role-playing. Yiheng came with a silly wig. He looked completely out of place. He called his mom to complain. He said the people there looked weird. Then his phone fell into someone's costume belly. "Sorry, man, my phone fell in." Wait, almost got it." The person took off the headgear. "What are you talking about?" she said. He was shocked it was a girl. His mom was still talking on the phone. "Be polite, smile, be friendly," she said. "Mom, hang up, please," he whispered. That was how they first met. It didn't go well. On the way home, they saw the same girl again. Her e-bike had broken down. Yiheng's mom stopped to help. She insisted on giving her a ride. She told Yiheng to say hello. "Hi, I'm Wei Yiheng. Want to see my brain tumor photo?" Sure, why not? The girl said. You think that makes you cool? I had surgery when I was 5. It was the first time someone talked back to him. His mom laughed in the car. My son finally met his match, she said. That night, Yihang went home. In his patient chat group, he saw a live stream by the same girl. She mixed all kinds of strange sauces into a cup. Then, she drank it all. Tomorrow, we'll have a sharing meeting, she said. Please, don't be late. Yiheng smiled and followed her account. The next day, he joined the event. It was his first time joining by choice. The room was full of cancer patients. They shared stories and gave each other hope. A man called himself a master. He said he could bring miracles. Yiheng stood up and shouted, "This man is lying. There are no miracles." The room went silent. The girl stared at him. "You think you are brave," she said. "Then stop pretending to be normal. Show them the truth." All eyes were on Yiheng. He took a deep breath. He slowly took off his jacket. Then he reached up and removed his hat. The light fell on his head. The scars were clear to see. No one spoke. Yiheng's voice was steady now. "This is me," he said. "No tricks, no magic. We are sick, but we are still here." The girl did not look away. Her lips pressed into a line. She gave a small nod. Soft claps started at the side. Then, more people joined. The room warmed a little. Yiheng put on his hat again. He walked to the door. The girl stood there waiting. "You were loud," she said. "But you were honest. See you around." Yiheng did not smile. He only said, "Okay." And he stepped into the night. The next day, the girl named Yuan came to see Yiheng again. This time, she brought a reporter. She wanted to do an interview. But she made him the bad example. Yiheng's pride was crushed. He ran to the kitchen. He grabbed sauces and spices. He mixed them all together. This drink is called Never Forgive, he said. Drink it, and we're even. Yuan smiled and said, You watched my live stream, right? You even followed my page. Yi Heng looked away. Let's call it even, she said. That moment softened his heart. And for the first time, Yi Heng felt something bright again. That night he watched Yuan's live stream. On camera, Yuan made the same drink. You'll never forgive cheers, she said. Yi Heng finally smiled. The next day, Yuan invited Yi Heng to her home. He was surprised to see where she lived. It was an old repair shop. Yuan's father was there too. He seemed as childish as she was. Yuan took Yi Heng upstairs to her room. He sat on the bed, waiting quietly. When she finished changing, they went out together on her bike. Since getting sick, Yi Heng rarely went out to eat, especially street food. But Yuan ate happily at the barbecue stand. My mom says this causes cancer, he said. You already have cancer, Yuan replied. He looked at her quietly. She smiled and kept eating. That night they talked for a long time. They shared their thoughts and fears. Yi Heng said after his surgery, he often dreamed of the future. There's a lake, he said. A girl stands by the road. I always want to see her face. But the sunlight is too bright. The doctors never believed him. But Yuan said it was another world. Maybe in that world, she said, we are both healthy. No medicine, no checkups. Yuan taught him a finger dance and a funny nose trick. Their hands touched for a moment. Both of them laughed. That night back home, Yi Heng practiced the moves again. His parents saw him smiling. It had been a long time. During their talk last night, Yuan found out about his dream. He wanted to be an explorer. So she gathered her friends from the repair shop. Together, they planned a city adventure for him. Yuan even made a travel guide by hand. "This is too silly," Yi Hang said. "Only adults think that way," Yuan smiled. "Kids just care if it's fun." She put a blindfold on him. Their adventure began. They walked along beach. They went to the South Pole to see penguins. They hiked through canyons. They swam in a tropical forest. They crawled across the Sahara Desert. They wore masks and went to Mars. And they stood by the biggest waterfall in the world. At last, they reached the Himalayas. They listened to drops falling in a cave. "It never snows here," Yuan said. "And there's no wind. It never changes." For people with cancer, never changing feels so far away. But Yuan's company made him feel alive again. He lived many dreamy days. One morning, they had breakfast as usual. Yi Heng suddenly saw a painting on the wall. It was the same lake from his dream. For the first time, he felt his dream had come true. "So this is the future you saw?" Yuan asked. "Then give it to us. I'll buy you a new one." But Yi Heng didn't answer. His eyes slowly closed. The spoon fell from his hand. Yuan called his name again and again. Yi Heng had fainted. When Yi Heng opened his eyes again, he was back on the hospital scanner. He realized he was still the cancer patient. All the good days had ended too soon. He also realized something else. If he didn't chase his dream now, maybe he would never get another chance. He told his parents about his plan. As expected, they refused. "It's too risky," his mother said. "You're still recovering," his father added. Yi Heng felt helpless. Then, outside the car, a beggar woman knocked on the window. "Please, madame, help me," she said. "Is your child sick?" Yi Heng's mother asked. "No, he's healthy," the woman said. "Then why not find a job?" she asked again. "Why not raise him yourself?" Even so, Yi Heng still helped her. He gave what he could. His mother said nothing more. After returning from the hospital, Yi Hang hid again in his dark corner. Tainan pity filled his world. Everything else felt far away. The places and hopes he dreamed of now seemed impossible to reach. Soon, it was his grandma's birthday. The family gathered around a big table. But Yi Hang sat quietly looking down. When he came back from the restroom, he heard the voices inside the room. "Don't worry about the money," someone said. "If it's not enough, sell my apartment." "Sell yours? That's part of our house." "You can't just do that." "If that's still not enough," another said, "my family will help too." We're one family. Even if we sell everything, we'll save the child. Since he got sick, the family had no life of their own. His mother bought vegetables carefully. She even cut off the roots before weighing them. His father's stomach illness was left untreated. Every coin they saved went to his treatment. Yi Hang could only bow deeply. That was all he could do. But when Yuan called to check on it, he didn't answer. He ignored her messages too. "I thought you had changed," Yuan said. "It's okay, waiting for results is hard." "Stop," Yi Hang said. "I know I'm sick. But you keep trying to control others. You're not normal either. Let's talk after we're both cured." "Who wants to talk to you anyway?" Yuan said. The worse his days got, the less he wanted to be seen. But soon he went back to the group meeting. He wanted to see Yuan again. He saw others fighting their illness bravely. Compared to them, his attitude looked dark and cold. That night, he couldn't sleep. He looked at his phone. Yuan had blocked him. He called her, but no one answered. When his parents were asleep, he quietly left the house. He went to the barbecue stand. He ordered a big glass of beer. He wanted to drink away his sadness. The beer gave him courage. He went to Yuan's repair shop. Standing in the rain, he hit the door. Didn't you say we'd talk when cured? He shouted. But I can't be cured. I'm scared, he said. I just opened my heart and I might die. Then you showed up. All my rules broke like air. Then one day, he said, I fainted. And I remembered. I'm just a cancer patient. Heaven doesn't like me. When I feel okay, he said, life turns hard again. Yuan pulled him to the roadside. See that grandma, she said. She lost her grandson 3 years ago. Every time it rains, she waits here. When it stops, she puts up a new poster. And that delivery man, she pointed? He was born deaf. But he still works every day. Do you think heaven likes them? They fight life every day. But you only complain. You think heaven picks on you, she said. You think people can't let you go? You're not cool, she said. You're just scared. Yuan turned to leave. Yi Heng said softly, You're right, I like you. Soon, both families came. They were worried and angry. They scolded the two for what they did. The two stood there like scared kittens. But when they looked at each other, they smiled. Yuan took out a marker. She drew a little reed flower on his arm. What does it mean? He asked. You never got one in kindergarten, right? She said. This one is for trying, she smiled. They started to dream of traveling again. If our parents don't give money, Yuan said, then we learn it ourselves. Yuan brought some handmade crafts. Yi Heng showed his dad's wood carving. They talked happily about prices. But then Yi Heng saw his father outside. His dad was driving a ride-hailing car. When he got home, he asked, Didn't you say you were off today? His dad said there was a meeting at work. I'm starving, his dad added. I just made noodles, Yi Heng said. That broad back carried the whole family. Yi Heng decided to help in his own way. The next day, Yi Heng found a friend. He got a number for a drug test job. He wanted to make money by joining it. But soon his parents found out. They were angry and scared. Yi Heng said, "I'm an adult now. I know what I'm doing." His father shouted, "Your body is not only yours. It's ours too." Yi Heng couldn't hold it anymore. "You've spent all your money on me. You work so hard every day. I feel like a burden, not a son. If I can't breathe freely, I'd rather die." He left home that night. He went to stay with Xiao Mei. She tried to comfort him. "You're not the only one suffering," she said. "Your parents are suffering too." Yi Heng looked outside. His father was waiting downstairs. He walked down slowly. His father said softly, "Stay if you want. I brought your medicine. Take 2 small ones, then the big one. This one may make you gain weight. But it's okay." His father's eyes turned red. "Since you got sick, I can't hear that word," he said. "The word death." Tears fell from his face. All his strength was gone. He gave Yi Heng his savings. "Go travel," he said. "Do something kids your age should do." Soon, Yi Heng and Yu On got good news. Their test results were normal. They took the train to a faraway place. For the first time, they felt free. They smiled all the way. That night, they fell asleep under the moon. The next morning, Yi Heng woke up. Yuan was gone. He ran to find her. Then he saw her coming back, smiling. But suddenly, everything turned blurry. Yuan fell down on the train. The train stopped at the next station. An ambulance took her away. Their parents rushed there too. All the hope they had was behind that door. At the hospital, Yuan lay quietly. Her eyes had lost their light. "I'll print all our photos," Yi Heng said, "so Dad can keep them. In 2 days, I'll shave my head," Yuan said. "I'll look ugly, but you'll still understand me." One day, Yi Heng saw a man he knew. That man always brought his sick daughter. Now, he was leaving the hospital alone. Yi Hang ordered a meal for him. The note said, "From your daughter." Back at the hospital, doctors said, Yuan's condition is not good. She had hidden it from everyone. She just wanted Yi Hang to reach his dream. Yi Hang printed all the photos. He and his mom cut them together. They talked for a long time. His mom said, "I used to be afraid. But after I had you, I feared more. Because I love you." The next day, she sent him a video. It showed their day at home. She said, "Life has red lights. But green lights always come. We just have to keep walking." Yi Hang shaved his head. He made a drink like Yuan's. "I call it never give up," he said. "If I drink it, you're mine forever." They sneaked out and walked to the railway. The wind blew softly. They held each other's hands. "If we ever get lost," he said, "this red flower will lead me to you." He drew a flower on her hand. One morning, Yuan was gone. Yi Hang sent her photo book to the shop. He sat in her room. The sunlight was still warm. But she was no longer there. A year later, Yi Hang went to the lake. He remembered what Yuan said. "In another world, maybe we're both healthy. And everyone we love is safe." He looked up. The wind touched his face. He saw sheep running on the hill. Their backs were painted with reed flowers. He smiled. Memories are another way to meet again. Life is a journey against the wind. We gain and lose. But even knowing we will fall, we still choose to bloom. And keep walking with love in our hearts.